serious disease and should not be taken lightly. There are two main types of depression, major depression and bipolar disorder. Signs and symptoms of major depression are self-isolation, weight gain, weight loss, and sleep deprivation. The symptoms of bipolar disorder are violent mood swings, and also the person can seem very sad and depressed at one moment, and at the next seem very happy. So these two types of depression and any depression should not be taken lightly because it could end in suicide or worse. This is the case of a teenage girl suffering from major depression, but she was lucky enough to have a family who helped her pull through and seek help for her.
My daughter Susan was always a very happy child until the day my husband left. That was when it started to happen. She stopped eating, she started to lose weight, she always wanted to sleep, and the worst thing was she started to watch the washing machine. She just watched it spin for hours on end, and she just stared right into it and would never leave. At first I wasn't worried because it seemed to make her happy, but when it started to get bad and she'd sit there for hours and hours, all day, I started to get worried and I sought help.
Where are we? What the hell is going on?
Being depressed was so hard. It was like I was under a glass floor and I could see everyone and everything moving around me, but I couldn't get to it. I felt choked. I just couldn't breathe. I didn't know what to do. I lost my appetite. I was never hungry. All I wanted to do was sleep. Some of my friends called and my mom always wanted me to do stuff, but all I wanted to do was just close my eyes and never wake up, to be honest. And although it sounds weird, looking at the washing machine helped me a lot because I felt like my life was spiraling out of control and there was nothing that I could do about it. And looking into the washing machine helped center my thoughts and made me feel like everything was normal again. It really did help me get out of my depression. I'm really grateful that my mom sought help and tried to get me out of my depression because without her, I don't know what would have happened. Like, I could have killed myself or attempted and not happened. It was getting really bad, and without her, like, unconditioned love and help, I would have never been able to set free again.
This next case is of a teenage girl who is suffering from bipolar disorder, but unfortunately she is not autistic.
At first, I didn't really realize that my daughter Rosie was showing symptoms of depression because she kind of kept to herself and she didn't really have many friends. But I mean, there'd be some nights when she just seemed really happy and excited, and she'd actually go out and party, and I mean that was a little strange for her. And then like a month later, like she'd all of a sudden just like plummet down again, and she wouldn't really she'd just keep to herself. And I mean, my mother had bipolar disorder, so I kind of started to wonder if Rosie might have it as well. So we took her to the doctor, and we found out that she did have bipolar disorder, so she got some medicine for it. But unfortunately, she thought that she was better, and she stopped taking it without telling anyone, and it spiraled out of control, and she committed suicide. Although Rosie isn't with us anymore, I still have some home videos of her from pretty recently, and I will show them to you.
On the floor of Tokyo, or down in London town to go. This is the way it is. Don't tell me it's meaningless.
This next case is about a teenage boy who is suffering from major depression. Luckily, his father cared about him and sought help, and he is now on his way to recovery.
At first, no one thought I was depressed. I mean, I didn't either. It was just the stress of competing and being an all-star athlete and the press. It was wild. I mean, didn't realize I was depressed till I finally got someone to look at me, when my coach realized that I wasn't doing as well as I used to. I don't understand why I'm depressed. I shouldn't be, but it's like, I think I realized it when I won that gold medal. I didn't even feel happy. I didn't think it was possible not to feel happy. I mean, my fans are great and it was wonderful, but I didn't feel happy. It was wild. But I got myself looked at and turned out I was majorly depressed.
When Sean first got depressed, no one noticed. His friends didn't notice, I didn't notice, he didn't even notice. But things started to look bad. Sean didn't want to do anything but sit by himself. He didn't want to snowboard or eat or sleep or anything, and those are all normal things that you should do. When things got really bad, we went to the doctor to check him out, and the doctor said that he had major depression. We both thought, what could cause such a horrible thing? We realized it was the pressure from his friends and family and fans, making him want to do well in snowboarding. The doctor gave us some medication, and thank God Sean is doing it right now and is going well. I make sure he takes it every day because I don't want him to think he's better when he's not. Without that doctor, I don't know what would have happened.